I have the pleasure of joining you here today while we are laying the legislative and strategic path for our energy sector. Today's signing marks a crucial event for one of Kosovo's main energy pillars, ketë. The power plant units of the Kosovo Energy Corporation, or ketë, as we call it in Albanian, began to be constructed more than 6 decades ago. Between the 60s and today, they alone have guaranteed sustainability in the provision of electricity in our country. These power plants have been exploited beyond their operational limits. Even ketë has correctly determined that we have often found ourselves hanging by the thread, exposed to the risk that the units would cease to function. Kosovo B, as the newest power plant, has carried the heaviest burden. Today's ceremony is one of the main steps we are taking to seize that burden, increase our security of supply, and move closer toward the energy sector we envision. It is only fitting that we stand here today together with General Electric, the very company that designed our power plants technology in 1983 and 1984, and will now conduct the modernization of Kosovo B to ensure it stands strong for the upcoming decades. The importance of this modernization cannot be emphasized enough. The unit's capacity will increase from 14 to 17 megawatts. After reconstruction work is carried out on the high and low pressure turbines, frequent capital repairs will not be necessary. They will now be required only every 8 or 9 years. In essence, these investments will result in increased production that is comparable to the construction of a new power plant. Increased production will in turn translate into greater energy independence, reducing our reliance on imports. As energy independence is one of our main aims, the modernization will fit in well with our overall efforts in the sector and fall in line with our first study-based and forward-looking energy strategy. We have already started the process of 100 megawatt solar energy park in ketë and building solar district heating for Pristina, from which about 60,000 citizens will benefit. We have signed and started working on building energy accumulation capacities, which will ensure that we can make the best use of our existing and new production capacities. We have secured over 400 million euros in grants to increase efficiency, strengthen our sector and increase our production capacities. And what might be the most exciting part, these capacities will be built on competitive schemes. At the end of this month, we will be launching Kosovo's first energy auction on public land with a capacity of 100 megawatts, and soon many more such competitive schemes will follow. All these combined will ensure greater efficiency and sustainability not only to the energy sector but our economy and as such to our national security.
Dear Head of the Board, Mr. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐨𝐫, dear CEO Krasniqi, dear Prime Minister Kurti, Deputy Minister Durmishi, Deputy Mayor Mjekiqi, Head of the Regulators Board, Mr. Zainullahu, Head of the Costs Board, Mr. Mehmeti, just about everyone that has decision-making power in the energy sector in Kosovo, I believe, is here, and it's great to see you all together. Particularly to welcome our friends from General Electric, who have been working closely with ketë management over the last, I think it's been almost a year now, in very tough, but I'm being told also pleasant negotiations. It's particularly great to be here today because we mark tomorrow the 1 month since our energy strategy has been approved in Parliament. However, this doesn't mean that we haven't all been working in actually bringing this strategy to life. As you all know, we are in our energy strategy, we are very ambitious. We plan to leapfrog from coal to renewables, which those of you and most of you are informed is quite a challenging task. However, we believe that we are up to the task, and with partners like you, we can do it. In order to bring to life this vision of our strategy, we need to have reliable and more secure coal capacities. And for this, we foresee in the first objective of the strategy to increase the reliability and security. And actually, the project that we are marking here today is one of the key activities that will ensure the security and reliability and also energy independence in the future. Needless to say, the energy is key not only to economic development but only to national security, and this has been particularly made clear to us, reminded to us by the war in Ukraine and the weaponization of energy by Russia. Therefore, it's more important than ever to ensure that we as a country, but we as a region and as Europe remain independent from fossil fuels, particularly from authoritarian, coming from countries with authoritarian regimes, and this means that we need more independence, we need more renewable resources also as a means of ensuring energy security rather, and it's not now only a matter of fighting climate change and only a matter of environment.
And most of all, the trust in us as GE, as a supplier, to partner with you in the supply of this project. It's my great pleasure to be here today to join what has been a fantastic team already in the support of the Kosovo power plant here, both A and B units, where GE are very proud to have provided services. Over the 6 decades we have had a relationship here, and we're very pleased to be able to continue that. Since 1983, in terms of the construction of the Kosovo B plant, we've been very pleased to be able to provide the services and maintenance for those units. But as Prime Minister Kurti expressed, now is the time to improve the performance of those units, to increase the power output of those units, to increase the efficiency of those units, to reduce the emissions and respect the environmental conditions that we need to improve, and ultimately to provide a valuable asset that is essential for the continued success of Kosovo as a country, as KEK, as an energy company, energy corporation. We're very proud to be able to support this project. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the partnership and the collaboration in the development of this project. Mr. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐨𝐫 and his team have been excellent partners. A challenging discussion to get ourselves to this position, and we now look forward to a very successful project execution. Within GE, we're very proud and we're committed to continue the investment in our coal power generation assets. We recognise there's different positions of energy transition within the world. Within Kosovo, coal power generation is an essential part of your energy security. GE as a company is committed to continue our services, to continue developing our products, to ensure the sustainable, economical, environmental impact of those units.
Simon, Stefan and Diane from General Electric, our esteemed partners, Mayor of Kosovo and Kastriot, Board of Directors of KEK, Management of KEK and Management of Kosovo B, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's a great pleasure to welcome you all at this event, where we are excited to announce a significant investment in modernization of 2 units of Kosovo B. We are honored to have Prime Minister, representatives of all, and the whole team of General Electric here today with us at a very momentous occasion in KEK's history. As we all know, the power plants are the backbone of the electricity production, and their performance is critical to ensuring reliability and stability of the energy grid. Kosovo B1 and B2 are in operation since 83 and 84, and on 10th of September, B1 marks 40 years of anniversary. B2 on 14th of July will mark 39 years. So pretty long time. Not to mention Kosovo A, which probably is older than most of us here. Due to the lack of significant investments and adequate maintenance, their current condition is critical and needs immediate attention and commitment. Our company has committed a substantial investment in amount of 47.9 million euro to modernize the steam turbines of 2 units of Kosovo B, utilizing the latest technological advancement. This modernization effort will ensure that our power plants operate at optimal efficiency, more reliable production of electricity, and more cost-effective. This major investment will increase the capacity of production for 14 to 16 megawatt and extend the useful life of turbines for additional 20 years and extend the life cycle of the capital overhauls from every 5 years now to every 8 to 9 years in future.